everybody, it is Julie from Nobody's Beauty Guru. I am here with a super fun collaboration with Heidi Kim TV. This is the top 5 cruelty-free collab. And if you're coming from Heidi's channel, welcome. I hope you guys stick around for a while. I am so happy to be doing this with Heidi. She is adorably sweet, and I reached out and I commented on one of her videos and asked if she'd be interested in a collab, and she's been so super sweet, accommodating of my crazy schedule, which I don't know how I feel so frantic all the time when she's got little ones and this crazy filming schedule as well, and she just rocks it. She absolutely kills it, and I love her cruelty-free channel. We have a little bit of a varying stance when it comes to parent companies. I will keep those things if I bought them prior to the parent companies, and I'm even kind of lax about repurchasing from parent companies right now. I haven't made up my mind on where I stand on that. Hopefully you guys get some different products here, but we're going to go over a couple of different questions. We have our favorite high-end cruelty-free brand, our favorite affordable cruelty-free brand. We have an underrated cruelty-free brand. We also have a cruelty-free brand that we would like to try more of, and a cruelty-free brand that we would recommend to people that are new to cruelty-free. So I'm going to go through all 5 of those things and hopefully give you guys some really great recommendations within each brand. Let's jump right into it with my favorite high-end cruelty-free company, and for me, this is Kat Von D. And I think it's because that's what I've tried the most of. Now, Kat Von D is owned by a company that's cruelty-free, but has sister companies that are not cruelty-free. So I don't know where you stand on that. It's a gray area for a lot of even cruelty-free bloggers, vloggers, etc. But I have purchased these things and I'm okay with them. I know that Anastasia Beverly Hills is completely cruelty-free. I just don't own very much by her. I have a dip brow, I've tried her clear brow gel, and I've tried one palette. And I have to say, high-end wise, Kat Von D is what I have the most extensive collection for. So let's jump into that, and I'll tell you guys some of the things that are my absolute favorite. Now, I have tried the Lock-It foundation, and I do love this, but it is intense. So this is a beauty blender only kind of a foundation. I love the finish it gives me. It is matte but flawless, very high coverage, but I usually do my makeup on the go. Like, I'll go to work fresh-faced and then do my makeup like mid-morning. I can't really travel with this and a beauty blender. There's no like good way to store a wet beauty blender, so I don't use this that often. It's actually one of the things that I should probably put in a pan and use up soon. I really think that she shines when it comes to her powder formulations. This is the Shade and Light Eye palette and the Shade and Light Face palette, and both of these are phenomenal. So this is the Shade and Light Eye. It is an all matte palette. You've got warms, you've got cools, you've got neutrals. Anything that you could want in a neutral matte palette you have here. This is a phenomenal companion palette to other cruelty-free shimmer shades, say ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. This is phenomenal, and I can't get enough of it. And I know it doesn't look like I've gotten a ton of use out of this, but I promise you I have. The one thing I will say about some of these powders is there is kickback, especially if you use a stiffer brush and you go in. Sometimes you'll get like powder kickback. But in general, I think the pigmentation on these are phenomenal. The blendability on these is great as well. And then this is the Shade and Light Face, a couple of under eye setting powders. This one is a little bit too warm and deep for me for under eye, so I will use this in my crease sometimes. And then these I will use for bronzing and contouring. This one more for contouring, this one more for bronzing. This one I will use sometimes as an eyeshadow. Sometimes I will mix this in with my contour to darken it up a little bit. But I love these palettes. I do think that she excels at the liquid lipsticks. This is Love, and this is Project Chimps. This was limited edition. It was a charity for chimps, Chimp Rescue, and this is just an all-time fave. I think it goes great with my hair. It's like my spring, summer fun color, and this is a more drying formula, but I love the wear time on these. The only other company that I know more of and have used more of in terms of primers, foundations, eyeshadows, bronzers is Too Faced. I'm still on the fence about Too Faced. I bought everything prior to them being bought out by L'Oreal. I'm still using those things. I may not be purchasing from them in the future, but I will use up the things that I already had. Now for my affordable brand, it was so hard for me to pick because I have so many favorites. I am going to go with Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has so many phenomenal products at such a reasonable price point. And the reason that I went with Wet n Wild over e.l.f., which will come later in the video, is because they have a foundation that I finally like, and I have not found an e.l.f. foundation that I like. So I recently tried and really like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is, I have mine in soft beige, and I loved this. It's a satiny kind of a finish. It's definitely not matte, but it's not super dewy. I liked the coverage on this. I will say I like it better with a beauty blender than with a brush. It kind of left streaky marks with the brush that I was using. Could have been the brush, but I did like the wear time on this a lot. I also love Wet n Wild's lipsticks. Their matte lipsticks are great. Even their cream lipsticks are amazing. Right now I'm wearing one of their new Catsuit liquid lipsticks in Rebel Rose, and I'm addicted to it. The applicator on it is like pointed and scooped. It fits your lip. It gets up into your Cupid's bow. It's phenomenal. The wear time on it is amazing. I think you guys also know that their eyeshadows are phenomenal. The pigmentation on these is insane. This is the Walking on Eggshells, but the pigmentation on these is beautiful, and I just don't think that you can beat it for the price point. So, I mean, for eyeshadows alone, this is their Precious Petals, which was limited edition, but they've made it permanent. This is one of their highlighters. Their highlighters as well are just gorgeous. There's their highlighter. They're phenomenal. I love their powders. I love their lipsticks. I love their nail polishes, but they've got the really wide paddles so that you can almost do your whole nail in one swipe. They dry down fantastically. The wear time on them is great, and they're so affordable and almost always on sale. I do not have any of their bronzer products, but I know the Dolce de Leche, the split pan, does so well here on YouTube, and a lot of people use that. I just haven't had the need for new bronzers in a long time, so I haven't purchased it. I love their finishing spray. I like their eyelash primer. I like their eyeshadow primer. Also really like their brushes. A large part of their collection is also vegan. Not all of it, but a lot of it is vegan. So it's cruelty-free, and I think a lot of it is vegan, but I don't know the exacting on that. But they really clearly label all of their products as well. So they're my favorite affordable brand. My favorite underrated cruelty-free brand, and I don't know if it's underrated, I just don't know if as many people use it and know about it as I would like. I don't think that anybody thinks that Makeup Geek is underrated. I know that a lot of people on beauty channels talk about Makeup Geek, but the average makeup user, because it's not in stores, does not know about or really use Makeup Geek, and I think they should be. So Makeup Geek is sold, I believe, only online. Somebody told me that you could buy them through Ulta, but I've looked at Ulta and I'm not seeing them, so I don't really know. Makeup Geek just came out with lip glosses. I believe they have lipsticks. I've not tried those. I also haven't tried their highlighters or bronzers because I haven't ordered from them in a really long time because I'm trying to be good. However, I have their eyeshadows, their loose pigments, and their blush, or one of their blushes, and I love them all. Their loose pigments come in these little containers. I believe they've changed the packaging since I got this, and they now have sifters, which I appreciate because the first order I put in, they did not. But their loose pigments are gorgeous. I'm addicted to these like champagne-y colors, like, can you tell? I also have one of their blushes. It's right there. I love it. They're very affordable. I think she does a ton to keep her quality level of her products high and her price points low. And I think she can do that because of how much she's selling. She can afford to kind of price them down a little bit. But these are my Makeup Geek shadows, and not all of them. They don't all fit in this. This is a Makeup Forever tin, but these are all of my Makeup Geek shadows, or the majority of them. And the pigmentation on them is phenomenal. The mattes are wonderful. A lot of these up here are the foiled shadows are phenomenal. The duochromes are also gorgeous. The mattes, everything performs well every single time. They blend beautifully, but in general, I think that they're underrated in just the fact that not a lot of people know about them unless they're making videos like this or a part of the makeup community, and I wish that more people did because they really are just phenomenal quality at an affordable price. Now, a cruelty-free brand that I would like to try more of, and for that I have like one pitiful product to show you, but this is the Essence I Love Stage. Oh, no, I don't. I have one more. And the Essence Lash Princess. This is an eyeshadow base. This is a mascara that I really love. This is a little bit dark for my skin tone to use as an eyeshadow base, but it works. But I would like to try more from them. I know that they have apparently really good highlighters, really good blushes. I just haven't really tried that much from them. The display in Ulta for me is really small, so I might have to start doing more online. I also have, I'm lying to you left and right, one of their little Make Me brow gels, and I do like these. So everything I've tried from them I like. I just haven't tried that much. So I want to branch out and try some more because they're another super affordable cruelty-free line, and one that you can find in store at Ulta, and I feel like probably talk about a little bit more because people will be able to find it. Next up is a cruelty-free brand that I recommend to newcomers, and for that I really have to say e.l.f. I like their brushes, I like their skincare, I like their face masks, and I like their makeup products. So if you're newly going cruelty-free, you can go to e.l.f. and get almost everything that you need from one brand that you already know and trust without having to worry about, oh, well now I need a moisturizer and I have to find a cruelty-free moisturizer. What can I use? Now I need a cruelty-free brush. What is a cruelty-free brush made out of? Oh, I know I'm safe with e.l.f. Just go to e.l.f. They've got it. So I just started using their primer mist. I don't really use this as a primer by itself, but I do like it as a primer just to kind of put on my face while I'm getting all my products ready that I want to use. So I like that. I also have their mineral primer. I like their primers. I have a pore filler, a hydrating. Also addicted to their makeup wipes. I use these all the time. I have like 6 or 7 of these at all times in my room. I have one in my bathroom, one at my station here where I'm doing makeup in case I need them for swatches. Their blushes are phenomenal. This one is in Mellow Mauve, and they're so pretty. Nude Rose Gold palette, which almost dupes the Naked 3. Like, there's some really beautiful rose gold shades in here. Their mattes are great. Regular shimmers are great. Just all around, their products are good for their price. This is their illuminating palette. Here's 2 highlighters down here. It's going to blind you, but this is their total face palette. So in here you have a highlighter, a blush, and a like bronzy shade. So this is a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. I love their clear brow gel, and their brow pencils are also staples for me. There's just nothing that you could need from a product that you can't get from e.l.f. e.l.f. has your back. I think that they're the most diverse, affordable brand. Some other brands that I think are worth a mention are Milani. I love their 2-in-1 foundation. I also love their blushes and their lipstick formulas. If you don't have a problem with parent companies, I think that NYX is a great alternative for you as well at the drugstore. However, there's still Jordana. ColourPop is another great one. I love their lip products, their cheek products, their highlighters, blushes, eyeshadows. All of ColourPop is pretty phenomenal. They just put out pressed powder shadows. I haven't tried those yet, but I'm excited to eventually. Stila just went back on the cruelty-free list, so Stila is back, which I'm really excited about because I love their liquid lipsticks and their eyeshadow formulations. You also have Pixie, which could be found at Target. Physicians Formula, which I think is pretty much one of the most overrated cruelty-free brands. They're one of the most expensive ones at the drugstore, and I just don't think that they're that phenomenal. So if you want to know which one I would say probably steer away from, it would be Physicians Formula. I also really love the Yes to Carrots, Yes to Cucumber, Yes to line of skincare. If you're looking for affordable skincare, you can get that at Target as well. And I think Ulta, that's another option for you. So that's just a couple brands that I'm throwing out there, but I hope that you've enjoyed these answers. Thank you so much again to Heidi for doing this collaboration with me. If you have not checked out her channel, you really truly need to. I will have her linked down below. So if anybody is interested in doing this tag, I would love to hear your answers. I will have the questions listed down below if you would like to take them and run with them yourselves. We'd love to see your top 5 cruelty-free tag answers. And for now, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching and coming on this makeup journey with me. If you liked this video, please give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.